Hi everyone, welcome to my amateur movie review. I have seen a lot of movies since my last one. I think it was just Annie and When the Game Stands Tall, and I've seen a lot of movies since then. So, we went to, and I'm going to start with my favorite, and that's really weird because I usually save the best for last, but I'm going to start with my favorite just because I feel like I really want to talk about it. Imitation Game. Benedict Cumberbatch just blew my mind, and it's such a huge history piece, and so I felt like it benefited from that. I like movies that make me feel smarter, and this movie didn't make me feel like I didn't understand what was going on the entire time, which can happen a lot when it comes to history movies and me, but it was fantastic. They did an amazing job with it, and I fell in love with his character, and I fell in love with the actor, and I fell in love with this story, even though it was about the war, which, I mean, is such a terrible time in our life, but just so defining, and it's definitely worth a watch. And I actually gave it 4.5 stars, which I do not give out very easy. That's out of 5 stars. And so everyone has to go see it. And then, if you know my movie collection, right now, Wes and I are like really watching the award movies right now, like really hardly.
Get your vlog out.
I'm in the middle of one right now. Anyways, so we're really into the Academy Awards, Golden Globes, all of those. So we're really hardcore watching award movies right now, which in Lethbridge sucks because none of them come to our theater. So we have to get them by other means, and so we just have been getting them and collecting them. And so we watched a whole ton of movies last week and in the last few weeks, so that's why there's so many to go off of. Anyway, so including these award movies that we watch, not Wes, I also watch like really shitty movies, like really like awful straight to DVD movies. I mean, maybe not straight to DVD because that's like those really, really bad Disney ones that aren't Disney by the producers of Disney. Anyways, I saw Dolphin Tale too, and I saw the first one, and it's like those uplifting tales that make you feel good, and you don't cry, and you don't like hold your breath like, oh, I don't know what's going to happen next, you know. It's not one of those type of movies. I don't feel like this one is really worth a watch. It was way too long. I mean, it should have been like a 45-minute like special or something, but it was a couple hours maybe, or hour 45. It was much too long for the story that you got out of it, so I don't feel like it's worth a watch. Although if you're a Harry Connick Jr. fan, go ahead and watch it. He's just a big grump throughout the whole thing. Anyways, it's just all about the kids and the dolphins, which when I was growing up I loved dolphins, so maybe that's why I'm into this really not so good movie series. But anyways, I gave it 3 stars just because I sat through it, and I don't know, maybe it deserves less because I'm not really recommending it. Yeah, I'll give it less than 3. Next one, we saw Skeleton Twins. Now, I've been waiting to see Skeleton Twins for so long, like so long, and it was kind of worth the wait. Yeah, I would definitely wait again to see it. It was good. I'd definitely watch it again, and for me to say that already deserves above 2.5 stars if I'm going to watch it again. And I'm also going to recommend it. The chemistry between them is just amazing. I mean, the movie's just so heartbreaking because they're both going through these crazy struggles in your life, and you're kind of yelling at them through the computer screen or TV screen, like, what are you doing? Get your shit together. But I don't know. Their chemistry, like, I was already a big fan of them. Like, I really adore them together. So give it a watch. If you like those slow-moving movies where it's just like you're watching their lives go by, it's like you're never going to get hit in the face with something really good. I'm sorry, these might get better as I go on. My vlogs did. They did. So maybe this will get better. Anyways, next movie we saw was Big Eyes with Amy Adams and the guy's name that I can't understand, who plays a very good bad guy. Very good bad guy. And I think I've only ever seen, he's in Inglourious Bastards and a couple other films. And he plays he is such a bad guy. And in the previews, you get like that really sinister feeling from him. And you watch the movie and you just feel that for the entire movie. And I don't really get a thrill out of that, but I kind of did out of this movie. I get a thrill out of watching how bad he was. And Amy Adams, like, she can't do anything wrong. Like, she, to me, is just like a well-rounded actress. She can do anything, really. She can do anything. She can be like this hot bombshell, and then she can just be like this trashy little nothing, or she can be a princess in a Disney movie. Like, I heart her. And the movie was very good. I love that it's a true story. I really feel like it's worth watching when it's a true story, even though in a story that's not true, anything can happen. But in these ones, it's like you can't believe that it's happening because it's a true story. So I appreciate that. For those of you who probably don't know what a couple of these are about, but Big Eyes is about a woman artist, and back then women artists weren't that popular, and they weren't recognized for their talents. And so she gets married, and her husband is an artist as well, and he's like, well, I'll just put my name, like, you'll put your last name on it, but it'll be me. And they became really famous, and she's living a lie, and that was, you can imagine, like, watching these previews, I knew that it was going to be hard to watch, because I hate people that have to live a lie. Like, that's just one of the biggest tragedies of our time. And I don't know, I really enjoyed it, and I would definitely recommend it. I did only give it 3 stars, though. There were some things I felt were missing from it, but it was very, very good, so I would recommend it. Next movie on the list, Wild, with Reese Witherspoon, and I read the book, so it's already setting myself up for failure with the movie, and it did definitely put up some failures. I really connected to this book, and I'm not sure why, because she really led a dark path, leading her up to doing this crazy trip through the PCT, Pacific Coast Trailway, I think is the name of it. And it's an amazing hike. It takes 3 months long to complete, and she just up and said, I'm going to do it. And she didn't train or anything, and this is a true story. Again, that's why I connect to it. I also love books about travels. Like, I've read a whole ton of books about people that go on these trips, and this was one of them that I really loved. And it didn't show her life how awful it was to make her go on this trip, and it didn't show on the trip how much of a change she made from doing the trip. So I felt like, and also, like, after reading the book, I Googled the PCT to see the hike that she went on, and it was gorgeous. And in the movie, it was like the view wasn't even worth watching. So if you haven't read it, watch it. If you have read it, don't watch it. All right, got it? Good. I gave that 3.5 stars, which is still good. Still a good rating for me. Foxcatcher is the next one. I was very excited for this one as well. That is with Channing Tatum and Steve Carell. And this is obviously, everyone knows, not something that Steve Carell has done before. Not even close. And again, this is based on a true story, and it's about a wrestling coach, a very rich wrestling coach who wants to coach the American team for the Olympics and those types of things. And he befriends a wrestler, Channing Tatum, and they build this relationship together. And it's also very sinister, this guy. And I quite enjoyed it. I actually really enjoyed it, but I don't particularly like wrestling, and I don't know. This one's really hard for me to review. I'm not going to watch it again. But I feel like the acting is worth watching, because the acting was really, 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 really good. Like, so, so good. Even from Channing Tatum. I'm going to say it. I'm going to put it out there. I think he is really a terrible actor, unless he's taking his clothes off. And then it doesn't matter. But in this movie, he actually impressed me. And I didn't think that was possible, because he was at like the bottom of the totem pole on like the actor scale, and he really came up to par. So worth a watch for the acting, definitely. And for the story, I feel like Americans may connect to it more, because it is, the American wrestling team, and it was in the late 80s, early 90s, mostly late 80s, and that was before my time, and I think Americans would really connect to it because of the American Olympics, and because I think wrestling might be bigger there than it is here. I don't know, at least it's in the high schools there. It's not in the high schools here. Next one, I saw Gone Girl. This is not a movie that I would normally watch, ever. I don't like these types of movies. To me, it's like a thriller, those movies where you feel like something bad is always going to happen, and I always have to plug my ears and like not listen to it because I don't like being scared. Like I don't ever watch horror movies. But the acting in this is just absolutely amazing. I don't know the girl's name. What is that? I don't know the girl's name that's in it. I don't really watch much that she's in. But she and we do keep track of like the Academy Award nominations and stuff, and so the girl that played Still Alice is the girl that's probably going to win, and that I really want to see that too. I didn't read it yet, but I'm going to, and she'll probably win, but I feel like this girl should win that was in Gone Girl because her acting was impeccable. Like, it was awesome. And thank goodness that this movie is not based on a true story. But, you know, because this book was so successful, the writing did carry through into the movie, which doesn't happen very often. I didn't read the book. Again, it's not something that I would normally read, but you can just tell that there was a lot of talented writing that went into it, and it was done very well. I would recommend it, but I will never watch it again. Nope. So that's it. I'm not very good at doing these. That's why they're amateur movie reviews. I'm going to be watching a whole bunch more this weekend, hopefully, and give you a review next week. So, thanks for watching, and let me know if you want to know my opinions on any other movies, because I've probably seen it, or I'm going to see it, because I watch a lot of movies, like a lot of movies. Alright, thanks!